Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is Dragothien here, and today we have the official release on Rise of Kingdoms social media. Two new commanders. Well, one new commander and one reskinned, retagged, and re-steroided Boudica. Okay, so first off, we're going to go through both of these commanders and their skills. I'm going to give you my impressions of them and some early pairing thoughts for you guys to mull over. Certainly we'll welcome your comments in the comment section below. Make sure that you give your opinion and ideas down below. Let's discuss it together. Also, again, if you have not done so, hit that like and subscribe button. If you are enjoying the content that you're receiving today, make sure you come back, hit the bell notification as well. I got the tinglies, I'm not going to lie. So let's go through these two commanders. We're going to start with Prime Boudica. We've heard the rumors, which, again, I don't report on rumors here on this channel. I report on facts. This is now a fact. Prime Boudica is coming to Rise of Kingdoms. I'm sure you're already kind of peeking in on the skills just a little bit, but I got to tell you, these skills, I mean, they're OP. I mean, let's just say it right now. They're OP. We are officially in the last generation of commanders. When I say last generation, the latest generation of commanders. There are distinct bonuses to these latest commanders that have been coming out since really Nevsky. Everything after Nevsky has really been a bonus above all the other commanders in the game. So if you're starting in Season of Conquest from Season 3, where you're at right now, these are the commanders you want to go after, the later commanders, because these have a distinct advantage over everything before it. You know, do away with my 5-5-5-1 Saladins and all that stuff. I mean, these archers can absolutely melt a Saladin march, and they shouldn't be able to do that. So let's jump into the skills. I'm going to zoom in on them so you guys can see them a little bit better. In fact, let me go ahead and get rid of this as well so I can actually... Can I? Oh, it's still kind of centered. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, so first skill for Prime Boudica is going to be Revenge of the Iceni. This skill is insane. It has so much going for it. First off, it's a 2300 damage factor, single target. Okay, so no AoE. Hit the F AoE button in the comment section below if you would like. And increases their skill damage taken by 35%. And reduces their march speed by 30% for 3 seconds. So this is basically a Tamiris built into the first skill. Like the whole point of Tamiris, her entirety of stacks of buffs for 3 seconds in one skill that goes off, especially considering it's a skill talent tree commander. Archer and skill talent tree, you can have this firing off every 5 seconds. So basically, for 60 to 80%, depending on if you get some Feral Nature procs and some War Drum procs and some Horn procs, you could have this going off at least 60%, if not 75% of the time be active on your target, which is insane. Plus, you stack this with a Tamiris, right? So Tamiris is debuffing the target, and then Boudica debuffs a massive 35% as well, skill damage taken, and then all of your other marches cast their second skill from their second commander. The numbers are going to be insane. Boudica, just from this first skill alone, is a universal commander. She can be used with all troop types as a secondary. Perfectly fine. It's 3 seconds, so you got to kind of get the rage rolling. But again, you can use her as a primary with your cav, with your infantry. Doesn't matter. She's usable. The 35% skill damage taken is just too good. Number 2, Unending Struggle. Increases archer attack by 30% and their march speed by 10%. In troops led by Boudica, archer units' defense increases by 30%. So it's a 30% attack and 30% defense buff when the troop has lower than 80% units remaining for the defense. So you always get the attack bonus of 30%, but if you're under 80% units, you get a 30% defense bonus as well. Solid. And a 10% march speed bonus, which is always good. That's all the time. Blessing of the Forest. Reduces skill damage taken by troops by 30. Okay. The Archer Saladin has arrived. We thought that was Ramses. We were wrong. It's Boudica. Boudica Ramses actually is starting to sound really good. Reduces skill damage taken by troops by 35% while on the map. That's all the time. There's no proc, there's no timer, nothing. When taking skill damage, damage for the troop's next normal attack has a 50% chance to increase by 25% and a 25% chance to increase by 50%. This is the fourth skill, basically, that Boudica has right now, but it's less because they gave you a 35% skill damage taken reduction. There you go. Bringing a little bit of the original Epic Boudica into the Prime Boudica skill library. Rage of the Iceni. Increases damage dealt by archers by 10%. Just a raw 10% damage increase. Skill damage, normal damage, attack damage, counterattack damage, all 10% bonus. When under control effects, the troop has an 80% chance to dispel them. Now, this is something that we need to get some testing done on. Is the trigger going to be when the dispel effect happens and you have an 80% chance to dispel it? Or is there a timer on it? Like, there's no description on this. I feel like if it happens on cast, this is super OP because everybody loves Theodora because she can dispel, control effects and negative effects. She has to wait for her active skill to come around to actually dispel it. If this just happens on cast, like if somebody does a 10% or like for instance, if you have Nevsky coming through and he's like, bam, 30% defense debuff, and she's like, nah, that didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. I have an 80% chance to dispel it, and I did. It's gone. Didn't even happen. That's OP. That's OP, folks. That's OP, folks. Big time. Shield of the Ancestors is the final. Let me go ahead and hide my camera so you guys can see the full description. We have, when attacking troops receive healing. 800 healing factor, which is very strong, after using active skills. And archers deal 5% increased damage to infantry. The healing effect can trigger once every 7 seconds. So this is going to go off basically once every skill cycle. You're going to have an 800 healing factor every skill cycle. Rage of the Iceni is the expertise. It's got to be. Yep, there's the expertise. So this is the fourth skill, and this is the expertise. Rage of the Iceni is, and again, it's OP. It's O frickin' P. O to the frickin' P. It's incredible. Boom. By the way, Drago's back. Prime Boudica is double OP. The damage is incredible. The stats are incredible. Skill damage taken increased to the target 35%. Skill damage taken buff for yourself all the time. Normal attack damage bonuses that will proc off pretty regularly. The ability to likely be able to insta-dispel any debuff coming your way 80% of the time. Massive all damage bonuses on the expertise, as well as all damage bonuses to infantry. And oh yeah, we're going to give you a heal as well. This commander is basically the combination of Tamiris, Saladin, Theodora, and Takeda, all wrapped up into one, and she does 2300 damage factor to a single target. There you go. There you go. All right. Number 2, Henry V. Big fan of this as a historical figure. They made him, he obviously took the throne very young, which is why he looks like a little frail boy. But very strong player in Rise of Kingdoms. So let's go through it. First skill, Divine Right. 1000 rage requirement. By the way, let's check the rage requirement on Boudica. 1000 rage requirement. Just wanted to make sure. Henry V. Rage requirement 1000. Deals direct damage 2300. This is the new norm, by the way. This is the new norm. And again, the reason these guys are so OP from a damage standpoint as well, if you look at the majority of the earlier game commanders, 14 to 1700 is about where you're at. So we're effectively almost 75 to 80% more damage factor on these newer commanders, guys. These are the ones to go after. Skip everything else before you get this stuff, okay? But again, Henry has a massive, massive bonus. Deals direct damage to the current target, 2300, and reduces skill damage taken by 30% for 5 seconds. Again, once you start actually casting, because again, this is a support tree commander, Archer, Conquering, Support. By the way, before we go further, Henry's your new primary rally leader. Just saying. Deals direct damage to the current target, blah, blah, blah. Skill damage taken, 30% reduction. Once you're rallying, that's all the time. It's permanent. It's permanent. This is now permanent. Okay? This is the third skill. Second skill, Welsh Longbows. Let me go ahead and scroll down a bit. Passive skill increases archer units attack by 20% and defense by 20% permanently, all the time, no triggers. They also gain 20% increased march speed outside of Alliance territory. You know where that could be useful? Desert Conquest. Desert Conquest, baby. All right, third skill, Road to Empire when attacking strongholds in Governor City. This is your skippable one if you're a low-spending player that wants to use them on the field, or in general, if you just want to use them on the field and you don't want to expertise him, this third skill is his skippable skill, okay? When attacking strongholds and Governor Cities, troops deal 30% more counterattack damage. Okay. Can anybody say Henry Nebu? Saying. And have a 10% chance to increase damage taken by the target by 30% for 3 seconds. This effect triggers once every 5 seconds. So you always have the 30% counterattack damage taken, or counterattack damage bonus. You also have a 10% chance to increase damage taken by the target by 30% for 3 seconds. Effect can trigger once every 5 seconds. This won't be on permanently, obviously, because it's only 3 seconds. But it's going to be on a lot. And this is basically Minna, okay? This is Minna's skill inside of here. And this is also Charles's skill inside of here. Skill number 4, Battle of Agincourt. Archers led by this commander deal 10% more damage. Again, raw 10% damage. Here you go. When attacked, there's a 10% chance to deal direct damage to the target. Damage factor 800. This effect triggers once every 5 seconds. This will trigger inside a rally because you are technically being attacked by the garrison. This will also trigger in the open field. This should also trigger in a garrison because you're getting attacked by a rally. So this is always applicable. It says when attacked. Now, if you're attacking somebody and they're not attacking you back, this does not apply. So for instance, in a murder ball situation, if you're attacking somebody and they're attacking somebody else and nobody else is attacking your Henry V, then this won't apply, okay? The 10% damage will apply, but not the 800 damage factor. All other situations, this applies, which, again, is the majority of the game. So very, very strong skill. Finally, we have the expertise. Again, let me hide myself so you can see what the crap's going on. Poof, he's gone. 100 Years' War. When a troop's rage reaches 70%, they deal 30% normal attack. Otherwise, they take 20% less normal attack damage. Again, this guy is a rally lead. 100%. He is your new rally lead. And I think we're going to need to do some testing to see if we need to throw Gilga behind Henry or if we need to throw Boudica behind Henry. I'm thinking it's either going to be Henry Boudica or Boudica Henry, to be honest. But I really like the support tree for Henry, especially when it comes to just rallies in general. I mean, support tree is just better than skill tree. It just is. The rage, once you get going, the rage is so much quicker. This also allows you to possibly just permanently get rid of the horn and go after a ring and dagger. With all this counterattack damage, vengeance is going to be huge, right? You can go for greatest glory. There's tons of normal attack damage bonuses, especially if you pair him with Boudica. There's just so much going on for these commanders. It's incredible. These two commanders are OP, and again, are part of the new generation of Rise of Kingdoms commanders. Hands down. You need to skip, again, if you're coming into Season of Conquest, you're coming out of Season 3, you're going into Season 4, and you're trying to figure out which commander should I go after. Oh my goodness, there's so many commanders. Everything after Nevsky. That's your answer. So Nevsky, Scipio, Henry, Boudica, those are your new commanders that you need, which is funny because we had 2.5 years of brand new commanders with new names and everything. And now some of the two most needed commanders on the open field and in your repertoire are rehashed epic commanders, Boudica and Scipio. So both of those Prime are must-haves. Henry is a must-have, especially if you're an Archer commander. I think if you have to pick and you're not an Archer player and you have to pick which one you want to go for, it would be Boudica. Boudica has a lot more versatility. Again, the 35% skill damage taken increase to the target is massive, absolutely massive. The Archer increase here is, it's Archer specific, so you got to get, deal with that. And again, on her expertise, her Archer damage dealt by archers is also Archer based. So you should still use her with archers, but she's also more universal in the sense that you can bring her with, other commanders that are non-Archer based in other marches and get a lot of benefit from her adding to your murder ball. Whereas again, I feel like Henry V is more geared towards rally. Again, he is a conquering and support and Archer talent tree commander. This is going to be tough to talent out, to be honest. Archer, conquering, support, that's going to be tough to spec out. I'm not going to lie. You may have to completely forego, with the exception of loose formation, the left side of the support tree, and you may actually have to lose buckler shield on conquering. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to price it out here. But this guy's definitely 100% going to be your new rally to try and take on Flavius Scipio or Zeno Flavius. This is going to be your guy. 100% chance. So hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown of these two new commanders coming to Rise of Kingdoms. Again, throw your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you give us your feedback. Let's have a discussion. And again, I am a sponsored content creation channel for Rise of Kingdoms. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Daily content coming, daily explanations, guides, walkthroughs, all kinds of tips on how you can get better at playing Rise of Kingdoms. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, have a good one, and take care.